And welcome to In-Game Chat for Saturday, October the 15th, 2016. This is Season 10, Episode 41. I'm Scott.
I'm RJ.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Nathan.
Hey, Nate's back, everybody.
Yay!
If you'd like to get in touch with us, our phone number is 334-272-9228. 334-272-9228. Go to ingamechat.net for all the links to get in touch with us. You can find us on Twitter at InGameChat. You can also find us on Facebook. You can email us, everyone at ingamechat.net. We are streaming right now on Twitch. Head over to twitch.tv and little search bar up there, type in In-Game Chat. You'll be able to find us, watch us live while we broadcast. You can also join the chat room and chat with everybody in there. I see Spigot Brock is hanging out in the chat room. So glad to have him here. Hopefully he'll call in and we can hear about some of the fun games that he has been playing, if he has been playing any. Anyway, you can join in that chat room and chat live while we do the broadcast. As we just said, Nate is back. He has been gone for, I think, a month. You missed like 4 episodes, right? Man.
Yeah. I got used to sitting in that chair.
Yeah. You care to tell us where you've been?
Oh gosh, I don't even remember.
Oh, really? Well, one you were doing like,
let's see.
You were cleaning up a beach or something for...
Yeah.
You were serving community service.
Yes. Serving jail time. No, I had I was helping a friend with a like charity type event.
Yeah.
And then went with the same friend to Florida the next weekend for this like wrestling show. Then
Wrestling,
yes. Then what?
I didn't know you went to a wrestling show.
Well, it's like a.
Oh, was it local stuff?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
small.
it wasn't like major league.
He sponsors a few.
Still pretty cool.
Although he's actually possibly about to pick up
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Adam Rose.
Really? Adam Rose, huh?
Yeah.
I have
Does he still go by that name? Is he going by that name or a different name? That was his name for WWE.
Aldo Rose.
Yeah, I think it's something else.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name? God.
No idea who that is.
Alberto Del Rio.
I don't know.
Is
I don't really.
His name outside of WWE is Alberto El Patron. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Then I don't remember the third week was, and then last week I had to do this orientation thing for. Or am I gonna also go into like what I've been playing as well?
We would. Yeah. We're gonna get into that. Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Well, I didn't know if I should continue into that after next month.
I mean, sure. Why not?
Okay. Just getting structure.
Fast and loose.
Structure. What is that? we don't do any of that here.
You know,
He's been gone so long he forgot.
Yeah.
I usually had the structure.
By the way, for those of you who are watching this and who are seeing this on YouTube whenever we get it uploaded there, that was the PSVR headset I had on when we opened the show, and we will talk about that coming up in a little bit. But Nate hadn't been with us for like a month. I'd like to find out what's been going on.
Yeah. So, and then
shows you how much we talk to each other outside of the show.
Well, I've been like ridiculously busy the last few weeks.
He shuns us.
So I just like I've barely been able to keep track of my fantasy football team and anything. Just
that's a pretty big deal for you, though.
Yeah, just super busy. Yeah, so I got a there's two parts that I was going to talk about. So with the last weekend I had to do this job orientation, which then I also had to do it all this week as well, because I got a new IT Tech 1 position for help desk at a local casino here.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'll go ahead and say that, so as of for now, I have to work on Saturdays.
Oh man.
My shifts Friday through Monday 2 to 12 a.m.
Oh wow.
2 p.m. to 12 a.m. 4
Yuck.
10-hour shifts.
Yeah.
On the positive side of this, if we ever want to do like an Ocean's 11 kind of thing, we know the inside guy.
It is not me.
Yeah.
I like my job. A couple interesting facts real quick about the job is that being in IT, I can, through the entire company, I can now never play another machine. It's against policy.
Like ever, or while you work with them?
Well, no, ever. Like I signed a
Really?
thing saying I can now never.
So you can't like go to Vegas like years later
through
after?
them.
Through them.
through
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Through them. Like under their Wing Creek
Yeah.
Oh.
or Porch Creek. So
Yeah.
any of their stuff. You can't.
Okay.
I can never go into a hotel room unless I have written permission stating why I'm going into the room.
Yeah.
I guess kind of like at the radio station, you can't win the contest for other
Yeah.
stations
Right.
under the same umbrella. It's like that kind of thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
this type of thing. But it's interesting things. Now, if you have if you're working on the floor and stuff, you can still play, like limited. But if you're in IT, you're done.
Yeah.
Which is pretty interesting.
Crazy.
So
this is your last show.
yeah, for now.
Yeah.
Now next semester scheduling could change possibly.
Mhm.
Just people leave sometimes. Shift change. So I mean, if I can come back, definitely come back. Obviously.
Yeah.
And being there, kind of like ASF, I can kind of do whatever the heck I want. So, to a degree. So, I mean, I'll be on chat and stuff.
Man, well that sucks.
Um,
See, I told you we don't really talk outside of the show, so you're finding this out just as much
well, and
as
I
soon
also,
as we are.
I also found out my schedule yesterday.
Ah.
This is true. I remember you telling me you'd find out Thursday.
Yeah,
what
and it was actually yesterday I found out. So, I found out yesterday, so I didn't really have a whole lot of time to tell you.
Man,
And I was just kind of figured I'd tell you guys all at one
It's
time.
great
on-
for you,
on-
actually,
on-
but it
Yeah.
just sucks that you're not going to be here.
Yeah, but I mean,
So-
like I said, if scheduling changes and stuff, I still plan to come
Congratulations.
back.
Now you need to quit.
If you'd like to pay
Yeah, really.
for insurance and stuff
Yeah,
like
I know.
that, no. But so, I'll still definitely be in chat and stuff because I have that freedom,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
kind of like the hotel.
We'll still be able to like in chat. All right, Nate, look this up.
Well, I'll be on the delayed. Can you get me like a direct feed here so I'm not in a delay?
We don't have one. Yeah. I wish we did, but we don't have one. Yeah, that's man, that's horrible. I mean, it's good for you.
I know
It's just horrible you're
it's
not
like-
going to be here.
But like I said, scheduling can change and stuff, and so when I can, I'll definitely come back.
Yeah.
Open door.
And you were, I was going to say, more than welcome to come back anytime. Just
And-
let me know.
If for some reason like I ever have to take on a Saturday off and I'm able to come in, I'll definitely come in as well.
Having said that, if you are local and would like to join the show,
Exactly.
When's Chris going to call in?
probably later on in the show.
But yeah, so I'll actually, I don't know if any of you remember it, I'm actually working with Leonard as well, who does our Extra Life
Right.
stuff. So,
Yep.
I'll still be trying to help him with that type of stuff as well. And if he ever comes on the show.
No, I mean, congratulations. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're not working at the hotel anymore. I really am.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And, I also should thank you guys in a sense because, all these things have led into me even getting this job because me emailing you guys, coming here,
Yeah.
let me meet Jeremy and James.
To
which
get the
then led
IT
me
thing
to
over there for the
interning there.
internship.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy knew my boss.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I got the, he was like, hey, he's looking for people. So I went and interviewed and stuff. So, it's kind of like a whole
Nice.
chain of
Well,
events.
That's
good.
how those things usually happen, though. Everything kind of falls into place.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, the dominoes start falling over, and
Mhm.
then you get to the outcome. So
In-game chat where we do good for others.
Well, hey, did one guy go to Blizzard or something from Bungie from here?
Daniel. Yeah. And we're still cursing his name. I've been cursing his name in Destiny forever. The drop rate right now is just ridiculously
Back to the
stupid.
old.
It's
Old
bad. It's not. They're about to correct it with the hard mode release on Tuesday. Yeah.
Is
So
it like Loot Cave days?
no, it's not Loot Cave days. Although there are Archon's Forge, which sort of replaced the Court of Orcs.
Mm-hmm.
You remember you'd go to Court of Orcs and you'd knock the
Do your
monsters out
thing,
and get
yeah.
stuff.
How can I
Archon's
forget?
Forge is kind of like that now. It's a public space, except they close it off now. Anytime somebody activates it, this
Sort of
gate
walls out.
Yeah, the gate closes, but you can open the
it.
gate.
Yeah, if you have a key.
We already have a call. I'm putting them on. Oh, I'm putting them on the air. No, I'm putting them on hold.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm putting them on hold.
They're gonna be so confused. They're like, hey, guy. Oh wait, no, I'm back.
You're on hold right now, whoever you are. Just hang on. We'll get to you. Was in the middle of a thought, talking to Nate, and it's his last show, so he's not going to answer any phones. I should switch seats or something. But no, don't worry about it. We'll get to whoever that is on the phone. Please hold on. So Archon's Forge exists now.
Okay.
And
It's fun.
It is a lot of fun. The drops in there are just massive. There's just drops and drops and drops.
Yeah.
Problem is that they're greens,
And
blues, greens and blues, greens and blues. Rarely do you get
Maybe
a
a purple. Yeah.
You normally get a purple whenever
Like
you're
the
the
major?
one that started it.
But I mean,
Yeah.
purple's never dropped on court.
Did they?
No. Just
No.
blues and greens.
Yeah, just blues and.
But the blues and greens could possibly give you a decent
Yeah.
number.
Anyway, it's the drop rate there is a lot more than I think than what it was in Court of Works, because there are times when I'm looking around that field,
It's
and
just
it is loot
orbs.
cave-ish.
Yeah, orbs, blues, and greens. That's
Yeah.
everywhere.
It's loot cave-ish all over the place. But yeah, the ways to level your light now are just really to go from so you play the story mode. That should once you finish the story,
Mhm.
that should bring you to 340. To get to 340 and 350 doesn't take a lot of work, but it's kind of slow. Then from 350 to 365, you just need to spam the strikes. Just play the strikes over and over and over, and then you get to 365. Once you're at 365, though, oh, good
Can you
God,
do
it's
the raid?
horrible. No, it's horrible. You can do the raid with a group. It's
Yeah.
nice to do. In fact, I did do the raid, by the way, and I'll talk about that. But
Did you get the Optimus Prime?
No.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna call it that. I don't care.
no, we just did, and the raid, by the way, is quick. We did it in 90 minutes. My first go was 90-minute raid. Yeah,
90 minutes.
it doesn't take. There's somebody online who posted a 30-minute run of the raid.
My goodness.
Yeah. They weren't stopping to do any. They were
Still.
trying to do a speed run of the raid, and they
Yeah.
got it done in 30 minutes. 26 minutes actually.
Jeez.
Yeah, but once you hit 365, the best way to go up from there is Iron Banner, and that only happens once a month. You could do Crucible if you want
Iron
to.
Banner?
Yeah.
It's odd.
It is. The strike playlist is very limited in dropping anything above 365. If you rank your factions up and everything else, they'll drop higher stuff like that. So you go to Archon's Forge and you do that over and over and over again. And if you've got one of the and just for the sake of confusion, if you've got one of the purple coins,
Mhm.
like you used to in there, if what you've got is purple, pop one of those. It's going to be a fight, but your rewards will be at your level or higher of what you get, and that's kind of nice. But you need to prepare for fight because, unlike the coins, these things are spent. Once you spend them, they are spent. They don't come back if you don't make it,
And I think you could only hold one
and you can only hold one at a
at
time.
a time. Unlike the
Yeah.
coins where you could have multiple coins. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I've already got a green level,
Then you
I
got to
can't
use
get
it.
a blue. I can't get a purple. I got to use it, and so I can.
Like, I'm sure it's not, but I almost feel like this is less than Dead Taken King.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
Uh,
It's also not as expensive as the Taken King either.
I thought it was only like $30.
Yeah, Taken King wasn't 30 though.
It was like, wasn't it 60?
No, Taken King was more than 30, I thought.
I don't know. I mean, that's when I bought in, so I got
Oh,
the
you bought
entirety
in
of
from
it.
the whole thing, yeah. I thought Taken King was more than 30. Maybe it
You
was.
had all the other stuff.
It may have been. And regardless though, It is not.
Like, there's no calcified fragments?
There's SIVA clusters.
Yeah, SIVA clusters.
Which, by the way, going through the raid, the group I played with helped me get my last 4 to go through there. There's only 30 of these, though, whereas there were 50 of the calcified fragments.
And you only need 5 for your journal.
Yeah. For the record book. So,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. You did not pick it up, right? Okay. I didn't think you did. RJ, did you? You didn't pick it up, did you?
No.
Okay, I saw you playing Destiny the other day, so I wasn't sure.
I was loading up and looking at things that were new, but basically checking what level I was. Level I was,
okay.
But yeah, significantly lower than everybody else in the group.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Taking King was 40.
Okay. Well, still, let's.
I'm not saying it's justified as being $10 less.
That's true.
Maybe if it was $20 less, it'd feel justified.
Now, I will say though, so like it was like last week, whatever. I downloaded Destiny or installed or did a patch or whatever in Destiny. I was like, okay,
I know.
hop in there. And me and Scott were in chat. And I was like, all right, let's see what's new. And like I'm looking up stuff, and he was like, well, did you buy the expansion? And I was like, oh, it's an expansion you guys are playing? And he was like, yeah, you have to buy it. I was like, oh, never mind, I'm out.
Yeah.
Never mind, I'm done.
Because I told him, I was like, you're in luck. I got one character I haven't done the story with. We can run through it together.
And I was like, oh, okay.
And yeah, I thought you had bought it or whatever.
Where do we meet up?
He's like, where do we go? And I was like, you gotta go to the thing.
Plague Lands.
Don't you know the thing?
I was like, I don't see anything.
I don't see anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you don't have it. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well,
one thing that got me was Trials of Osiris. I was wanting to get one of those shaders for my armor. I remember trying to get that a while back, right? And I get to the place and it's like, to open the thing up, I had to have the Iron Banner added on there before I can do anything.
Yeah, and you can't. That's the other thing. Iron Banner's blocked off unless you bought the update.
Yeah.
Because I tried to. One of my characters hasn't run through the story, and the Iron Banner vendor is no longer at the tower. It's at the new public space, which is fitting because this is all about the Iron Lords and their whole thing. So it's fitting to put them there, but you can't access it unless you bought the expansion.
Yeah.
which I mean, it's fine.
I mean, yeah, they'll be fine. Whatever it is, it is what it is. And I am pretty sure that your time recently has been occupied. Immensely.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah.
But so real quick, a few games that I have been playing.
Mm-hmm.
Almost have beaten Abduction. Still haven't quite beaten it. Partially because I've been kind of pulling a U that I haven't been wanting it to end.
It's a tough thing.
And I've just been like.
I wanted to finish it only for the fact that I knew that I was going to be. I knew Destiny was coming out. I knew I was going to PAX, and I just wanted to get it.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get it finished so that it wouldn't be on my plate. Because while I don't want these games to end, the one thing I do hate is leaving them for a long time and then coming back to them.
Trying to remember everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you lose the immersion. You lose this feeling of whatever, and I didn't want to lose out on that. I've done it. I've tried to finish Myst 5 now for like 2 or 3 times, and every time I go back to it, I start remembering I have to start over because I don't know where I'm at. And every time I do, all the stuff starts hitting me again, and then I'm like, oh god, I got to go through all this again, and I don't want to do that. I really, when I sit down to do something like these, like Myst, like Abduction, whatever, I want that to be my main focus. That's the game I come home and play. I try not to play anything else around it, so that I can just focus on it, and mainly because that's a huge game in my not past or history, but whatever. It's one of those games I have a connection to.
Yeah, I mean,
especially for the money I spent.
And Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's one I've just been putting a little bit of time into, but I'm pretty sure I'm close to the end.
I gave Rand my figure. I have that okay, that Ubisoft.
Yeah.
I say action figure, whatever, of him, and I gave it to him I gave it to him at PAX. So
that's cool.
I still have not heard from them about what my little. My Easter egg thing.
I meant to ask you about that.
Yeah, and I'm just now that we're talking about it, I'm just realizing that I still haven't heard from anything about that. So You need to get on top of that. So anyway, Destiny, with the hard mode raid coming out, the light level is going to go up to 400. They said that they're going to adjust the drop rates in Archon Forge. They're going to adjust the drop rates in Strikes. Snoop 13 Wesley says that raid, trials, strikes, and faction packages are how to level up past 365. He's right on the raid. He's right on trials. But strikes, I did a hard mode strike last night, and the drops I got at the end of that thing were everything went to 365. The blues automatically came out to 365. The purple I got from that thing was a 365. I did that. Now, maybe he's talking about, and by the way, this is new too, maybe he's talking about the chest at the end of the strikes, which I did not have a key to open. Maybe those.
You need the skeleton key?
Yeah, maybe those work, but yeah, that's not the case for me. Anyway, they're fixing this with the hard mode raid. Things are going to be bumped up so that it'll be more than just that. Archon's Forge will be good for you. Strikes will be good to run again. Nightfall will be great to run. However, they're going to up the difficulty of it as well. Right now, if you're 360, you can run it. They're going to up that up, I think, to 380. Light level 380 to run that thing, or not really to run it, but to give a challenge. So that's going to happen, and that all happens on Tuesday. I ran trials. Destiny's been around for 3 years now, and I ran my first trials thing last weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd never done trials before. Two of the guys from COG were like, "Hey, do you care to run trials?" And I said, I don't mind. I've never done it before. I need to do 5 runs in the record book to fill that in, so might as well do it. And
how was it?
Oh, it's if multiplayer frustrates you, if the way that whole thing works frustrates you, you should stay away from it.
Really?
Yes.
But at the same time, I want to fill out the.
But you can't. Well, then if that's all you're going for, just know that that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
If that's
didn't us 3 do trials?
Who was
don't
us?
remember.
Who was us
RJ
three?
and Matt and me.
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't do it.
Know.
Well, yeah, remember we all got our butts kicked.
I got my butts kicked so much in that game that I don't even remember.
I remember that. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like a.
It was like real bad.
Yeah.
Like I had 1 kill and
Mm-hmm.
they all had like 30,000 deaths.
Yeah, no, it's
That just sounds like me playing Destiny.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's
Yeah, we all did that. That was miserable.
Okay.
Yeah. What did we get out of that, by the way? We were going for like legendary coins or something, or something like that. Yeah,
I think so.
we got like 1 or something. Yeah.
Well, the reason people spam it is because of the bounties that are there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bounties list, like, if you finish this bounty, you get a gold tier package, a silver tier package, a
Yeah.
bronze tier package.
To-
And those are high level light stuff. Yeah. So, and it comes around every weekend. So if you can just fill out that thing, you're good to go. And if you play it enough, you eventually will fill out that thing. So.
I'm assuming it's something you want to do in a fire team and not solo.
No,
you can't do it
You
solo.
can't do it solo. Yeah.
Okay.
And it doesn't matchmake.
Yeah, it has to be 3 people you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to pick 3 people because it's you and them versus, and it's in an elimination style thing. So,
You don't remember that at all?
yeah,
Not really, no.
Okay.
the elimination style is when somebody on your team dies, they stay dead. There is no respawning unless a teammate can come over there and respawn them.
Mhm.
So once a person dies, that becomes a control point for the other team. They just hover around that person because
Yeah, trying to revive
they've
them.
got the advantage, So 2 people hover around the orb of the dead person while the other person goes and finds the other team or whatever the case, flushes them out, that sort of thing. So I actually enjoyed it. We lost over and over and over and over again, but I kind of if it's with people I know, I do like the elimination style. I really enjoy that. It promotes that teamwork
If
type
we get
thing.
like 6 people that 3 on one team, 3 on the other, that would be fun.
Well, you can do that in private matches.
Yeah.
You can do private matches now.
I mean, that's how I would want to play it.
Hmm.
with-
Yeah. By the way, something else new. You can do private Crucible matches now, so you can set those up. You don't get any kind of rewards.
They're really setting this game up for the second one to be where it needs to be.
It's always been that way. They've always for whatever reason for Bungie, they've started out on something and they've just completely. They're like, do you not know what you look at what they do when they do?
I mean, there's so
This is
many-
how they do loot. This is how they do raids. Do you not see what they're doing and that they're doing it right? And then they think, Oh yeah, okay. They put what they do is, and I hate to put it in this way, but it's very much that thing you see in forum posts with the robot, no fun allowed. You know, they strip the thing of fun because they think people are just going to run right through it, and then they feel like it's more challenging to restrict this stuff from you, to withhold these things from you. No, that's not the challenge. That's what pisses us off.
Yeah.
That's what makes us angry about your game. And so then they hear the feedback, and then they change it. And then we come back and think, why didn't you do this in the first place?
Yeah.
You know? When the infusion thing was out, and I was like, God, this is the worst thing in the world. And then they decided to fix it, where it doesn't matter what the light level is. Yep. Boom. This is perfect. Why would you check? Because you were trying, because you thought, well, if we let them, you know.
But you got to understand, this has been a revolving door.
Yeah.
Since
it has. Iron Banner is much better now, by the way. I know you never. I don't know if you ever tried to play Iron Banner. Yeah. Iron Banner.
Pretty good in PvP.
Holy crap! Iron Banner is amazing now. Iron Banner.
It is fun. Except, I mean, like, although last time I was playing it, I was trying to get up to level 5 in Iron Banner, and like I was on this one team that just kept on getting beat and you don't get the extra points if you get beat.
Yeah, but you get the medallion, and then whenever you do win, that medallion, those medallions stack to 5.
To 5, yeah.
You know, and then
that's what happened. I finally did win, and like then I leveled up. But yeah, even like when you're losing, it was a lot of fun.
But the whole way that Iron Banner is shaped up now, where before, and I did a rundown of this last week, I think, which, by the way, I got all my characters up to rank 5 in Iron Banner and finished all the bounties for them. Old Iron Banner used to have 3 bounties that were spread across the entire week, and then every day you'd have 3 daily bounties that you'd have to do. And you had a shader buff. You had an armor buff, so like if you wore an Iron Banner shader, and if you wore that Iron Banner artifact, you get buffs there. Correct. If your other 2 alts played, you got buffs. If you played multiple days, there were buffs on that. That's all gone. That is all gone. The only thing now is you do have the alt character buff, so all 3 characters running through it get a buff. But you only have 5 bounties throughout the entire Iron Banner time. That's it. There are no dailies. There are no weeklies. They're just the 5 Iron Banner bounties. That's it. And everything is a process to get to 100. So, one is about weapon use. With a kill with your primary, that's 1 point. Your special, that's 2 points. And your heavy, that's 5. So, you do it enough, that'll get to 100. That bounty's done. One of them was, since it was Supremacy, which is basically kill confirm, pick up enough crests, pick up 100 of them. Boom, there you go. And a bunch of different things, but it just promoted, just continue to play.
Makes sense.
Don't try to get 5 kills with a heavy like it used to be, or any of this other stuff. Just play, which was nice that they had done that. So, anyway, enough Destiny talk. We've got to take a break, but we're not going to go to a break until we talk to whoever this is on the phone. Hey, you're on in-game chat. Who's this?
Hey there, it's Brock.
Hey, Brock, thanks for holding, dude.
Yeah. Not a problem.
Can you hold again? Because I know you want to talk. I thought maybe this would be a quick. Can I put you on hold again and let's go to a break and come back to you?
By all means.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sorry.
We will come right back to Brock. Of course, it is October, and the first week we had nothing but Resident Evil cuts. Last week we did Silent Hill.
This week,
Dead Space.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep. And something that I left out, and I feel extremely bad about, considering our love of video game music. I did not talk about the composers for any of these things, so I wanted to do that for Dead Space. Luckily for me, all the Dead Space games were composed by the same person.
Yes, makes it easy.
Jason Graves, who, incidentally, I have an autograph on the vinyl copy of The Order 1886. Is it 1886 or 1866? I can't remember.
Bad.
I had, yes. Music good, game bad. Remember the old SNL? You probably don't.
No, I know.
Yeah, I know.
The Frankenstein, right?
1886.
Yeah. Tarzan, Tonto, and Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Fire bad. Game bad. Music good. Anyway, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have Spigot. Brock, we'll have him on the phone. We'll talk PSVR. We'll get around to what everybody else has been playing. I don't even think we covered what you've been playing. which really isn't much.
A decent amount.
But we'll talk about that. We'll get to it because there's actually we don't have much in the way of some news. We got a few news bits here and there, but not too much. But we'll get to all of this. Here is our first cut. It is from Dead Space 1. These are all going to go in order, by the way. So we're going to hear Dead Space 1 into Dead Space 2 into Dead Space 3. I did not get anything from whatever Dead Space the Wii game was.
Oh, did it start with an I?
Which is really good, by the way.
I want to
Yeah,
say
but-
Dead Space Extraction or something like
Yeah,
that.
That's
something
close
like
enough to an
that.
I.
Yeah,
But anyway,
Extraction.
here's the first Dead Space song. I think this was used in the trailer. I don't necessarily know if it was used in the game, but it's the old Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be right back with more in-game chat right after this.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. When the blazing sun is gone, when the nothing shines upon, then you show your little light. Twinkle, twinkle all the night. Then the traveler in the dark thanks you for your little spark. He could not see which way to go if you did not twinkle so.
And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music once again from Dead Space. This is from Dead Space 1, of course. This is only labeled as the Dead Space theme. Again, composer Jason Graves on that. I have more than just that on my notes here, by the way. I'm not just using that for that. But let's go back to the phones. By the way, I'm Scott. We've got RJ, Matt, and Nate here for his final episode for a little while. You could probably still call in, can't you? Yeah, you can still call in. So
As long as someone doesn't call me.
yeah, I understand. Let's go back to the phones now and talk to Brock.
Hello.
Hey man,
Howdy.
how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while.
I know it's been a little while. I've had a very busy couple of months, so.
Did you get a new job too?
No, if only. I'd be less busy then. No, I just busy with the kids all summer and stuff like that. So it's just been every Saturday. By the time I realized I should call in, show's over.
Yeah. Well, good to have you on anyway.
Well, I'm glad I
Get
could
our
call.
get our monthly update from you. What's going on? What you been playing?
No, I'm just gonna. Well, I want to say bye to good old Nate there too. While I have a chance here.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
good. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Miss
Yeah.
good old Nate.
We don't know who's gonna answer the phones now. I guess. But,
It'll be Matt. It'll be me. Because Matt's not
Ellen.
going to be here for the Halloween for the episode before Halloween. Matt won't be here, so I'll be here to.
Once I'm gone, the phone's just gonna stay ringing. They won't know what to
Really?
do.
Yeah. It didn't happen while you were gone, by the way.
So, what I've been playing, I've actually been playing my 3DS a lot lately.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's been the new Phoenix Wright game, new Ace Attorney game. came out.
Oh, Spirit of Justice?
Yes.
I
so,
need to get that.
Yeah, I just finished up the one because they had some DLC for the last one that I hadn't finished up, so I was working through that, where you have to defend a killer whale in a murder
Wait,
trial.
was that Dual Destiny?
That was Dual Destinies, yeah.
I'm on the third one, Trials and Tribulations. Then I'll do
Oh, okay.
Dual Destiny. Then I think before Spirit of Justice, I'll do the Professor Layton Phoenix
That's
Wright.
great, too.
Spirit of Justice.
That looks really good.
Yeah, I've heard it's supposed to have the best story of the bunch, so I've just started it, so I haven't really gone very far.
Did you do Trials and Tribulations?
Yep. Oh, I've done all of them.
Okay, I'm on the turnabout recipe for turnabout with Maggie Bird, and the guy was poisoned at the French restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm on that one.
Okay. Yeah, they all start to blur together after a while, though. That's the
They
problem.
do.
Or which ones had which cases and which characters are there, but yeah, well, the new one looks good. So.
And it didn't help that they have reoccurring characters too.
Oh, exactly. I just wish they'd bring out the next Edgeworth Investigations one, but that doesn't look like they're going to come out over here. And they had the Picross 3D 2 came out as well, so that's been a good one to play while I'm watching TV.
Okay.
If you like puzzle games, that's a great one. Yeah, that's been eating a lot of time. My pick for like a good spooky game for Halloween right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if do any of you play Sunless Sea?
Oh God, I love Sunless Sea.
Have you picked up the Submariner?
I have not picked up the new expansion for it, and I'm so excited about Sunless Sky.
Yes. Oh,
I know. The interesting comment to make about Sunless Sea that I've just now realized, because you were talking about Ace Attorney, and I said that I like Ace Attorney, but my problems with it were all the backtracking that I would have to do and all the reading that came with it. And I know, but Sunless Sea?
Nothing like that at all.
Well, there's a lot of reading. Well, no, okay, you were being sarcastic. I couldn't detect that. Yes, is exactly like that.
Backtracking and reading.
But for whatever case, I love it. I think the lore from Sunless Sea is much more. Well, obviously, it's very Lovecraftian.
Yes.
And so that's fantastic. I suppose if they ever did a, why do I keep wanting to say Professor Layton? Ace Attorney Lovecraftian edition, I might be interested.
Objection.
But yeah, the whole setting of Sunless Sea and everything else is just fascinating to me, and I love it.
Well, I highly recommend getting the Submariner expansion. I actually got in on the beta, so I've been playing it sort of since the summer a bit, and it's just there's some really messed up things under the sea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I remember getting freaked out one of the times when I saw a great big eyeball when I was floating around on the top of the water.
I remember seeing pictures of that, and that was I was hoping to come across it or something like that. But the game really puts you in that mood too, because you will be out there and it's like, I don't want to go that far out. That's spooky over there. I don't want to go that far out.
It drove everyone in my party and my crew insane. They ate me. Yep.
Yeah. This is a game of replays, of exploration, and reading. And I suppose maybe not necessarily item management.
More, you got to manage your cargo. You're doing some trading and stuff like that. There's some light trading elements.
Yeah, and you gotta make sure your crew's good.
Yeah. So otherwise they go insane and eat you.
Yeah, but I love Sunless Sea. I really do.
Yeah. So that's a really good one. And what else am I playing? Oh, and I'm just wrapping up Tokyo Mirage Sessions on the Wii U. So that's actually my Wii U's been getting a lot. Like Nintendo is getting a lot of love for me lately. I don't know why. It's weird. Sort of things gather dust for a while, and then all of a sudden that's all you play. So I'm working my way through the end tail end of that, and I wish I could borrow your PSVR so I could play Rez.
Well, come on down to the studio.
Yeah. If you ever do, for whatever reason, come anywhere near here, you're more than welcome to show up to the show.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe after this week I'll bring it back next week and hand it over to Matt so he can take it home, plug it in, and play on his PS4, and RJ so he can try it out on his, and Nate because everybody's got PS4s here.
Yeah.
So they can all try it out.
Did the demos come on a disc, or they
came on a disc, and I really wish they would have come with a download card.
Oh, really?
It doesn't have a download card for it?
No, they're all disc-based, and I'm having issues. So I know a lot of people, and we might as well just get this out of the way because it's not going to be a very long conversation about PSVR. I got the bundle on Thursday from Amazon. By the way, I put in my pre-order of this thing back in March. which I love about Amazon. You can jump in there and get it as soon as you can.
Mm-hmm.
So I pre-ordered this bundle back in March, came with the Move controllers and everything else. But I have been completely... I sound good now, but that's because last night I decided to actually go and get some medicine.
Whiskey.
But I've been... i.e. whiskey. But I have been under the weather all week. I sounded bad last week, but let me tell you, I felt fine. And then as the week went on, I actually got worse. And Wednesday was my worst day. I still came into work, but Wednesday was a horrible day. And I do not know why, because Monday and Tuesday I felt okay. I sounded like hell, but I felt okay. And then Wednesday killed me. And then Thursday wasn't much better. And then Friday, last night, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do something about this. I'd just been putting it off, thinking that it'll just go away. Meanwhile, I was feeling miserable. The sinus pressure and everything else was just killing me. So I finally, last night, went and took care of this situation. And while I was out, I went ahead and picked up 2 other games for my PSVR. Obviously, Batman is one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah. Okay. And also got Until Dawn.
Okay.
The roller coaster, the on-rail shooter, which is literally an on-rail shooter.
Yeah.
You played the actual Until Dawn, right?
I haven't. I own it, but I have not played it.
Same
Oh
here.
man, well that's another perfect game for this time of year.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a great game. And you can pretty much find it for about $15.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I
15
think
when I
it's
picked.
even-
It was about 15
probably
when I
part of the
picked it up.
sales on.
Yeah. So I got those, and with my Gamers Club Unlocked discount thing from Best Buy, which if you don't have that, you should look into it. These 2 $20 games were both $15.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic for these probably very short little VR experiences.
Yeah, you do have Res. Please tell me you have Res.
No, I do not have Res.
You don't have Res.
By next week, you'll have Res.
But was Res a disc-based game, or is that something I got to download?
No, you download.
Yeah. So I mean, there's
Oh, so
I mean,
that
I'm
won't
sure
do
you
me
can
any
maybe
good.
find somewhere that sells you a card to download it, but that's,
no, that's fine. No, I don't mind. There's no Best Buy discounts for the PlayStation Network cards that you can buy for $30 or whatever. There's no discounts there, so I don't mind. Honestly, I really don't mind getting them off of the store. And there's a lot of good things on the store. There's Thumper that I want to try out.
Thumper's very good as well. Like I've been playing these games not VR,
Mhm.
and it's just making me wish I had a VR set
Yeah.
more just to experience it like that.
But anyway, to put whatever aside, I finally got home last night, took this medicine, rested a bit, got up at about 10, and started doing the hookup of all this stuff. This is... you're going to have a lot of wires to contend with, but it ain't as bad as you might think.
Okay.
It looks like a mess, but it's really not. When they show it in the diagram, you're looking at it and you're like, God, that's a mess of wires. It's a lot of stuff, but it really doesn't. It blends in very well, and it's okay. Don't let it get to you. The step-by-step instructions to hook this thing up, 1 page for every single little thing you do.
I wouldn't be surprised. It'd probably make it very user-friendly.
Oh yeah, totally. So like you open up this, it's a big book too. So you open it up and like the first page is, take the HDMI out of the back of your PS4 and plug it into the whatever that box is. Plug it into the base box. I don't know what it's called.
Dongle?
It's not a dongle. It's an actual separate piece of equipment.
Something like a capture card, like an Elgato?
Kind of.
Splitter
Okay.
type?
Yeah, much like an Elgato.
Okay.
So take it out of the back of your PS4, plug it into there. That's page 1. Flip over to page 2. Now take the other HDMI cord, plug it into the back of that base box, and then put it into the back of your PS4.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason you do this, by the way, is for people who might be in the same room with you. They can see what you see.
Oh, neat.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason you do this. Otherwise, and this is the unique thing about the PSVR. That little box, this makes it completely unique from Rift and from Vive. That little box can let you hook this up to an Xbox One.
Yeah.
That little box can let you hook this up to a DVD player.
Huh.
That, like we were saying, it might be even able to let you hook it up to that new the NES Classic coming out.
I don't think it will.
I don't know. I still hold hope.
No, I don't think it's going to work.
I think it will.
Cinema mode.
Yeah.
NES.
But anyway, that's really unique about this box. You can do the VR stuff. Now you're not going to get, basically all you're going to get is is a screen in the VR system. You're not going to get the VR experience of, being surrounded by the image.
No,
You're
it's
gonna
more
have
like a cinema mode, like they do with.
very much a cinema mode, yes. Very much that, where it's just in front of you. So that's very unique about this, because you can't get that in any of the other two options available for. I don't even think you can get it for the Gear VR.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'm not sure because I have no idea about that. So anyway, that was page 2. Page 3 was take this wire, plug it here. Take this wire. It was a page per plug, basically. And then once you're done, that's it. You've got power options that are on. In fact, I've got it. For those listening on the radio, I brought in the headset. At these two plugs right here, one of these is an HDMI cable. The other, I have no idea what that cable is. I don't know. Maybe that is an HDMI. Anyway, where is this thing? Oh, here it is.
Isn't that the camera port?
Hmm?
Isn't that the camera? That's the same port that the camera uses.
No.
It's not?
No.
Okay.
No, the camera it plugs into the PS4. And that's a completely different port than anything else.
Okay.
But right here on it, and I'll hold this up to my camera so that you guys can see that. I don't know how good that is. It's probably not very good at all. Anyway, right there are 4 buttons. Power on the top, and that turns on the VR system.
Do they have a nice response to them? Do they feel good?
The power button is very inset.
That's what it looks like.
Which is good because you don't want to
accidentally flick it.
And you do have to hold it down for longer than, it's not just a press.
Okay, so
you hold it
for a couple seconds.
It'll turn on. You hold it for a couple seconds, it turns off. When you turn it on, the screen that you see on your home screen then becomes shown on the headset itself.
Okay.
But also, if you're hooked up to your PS4, but also on your TV screen.
Mm-hmm.
So people can see exactly what you see. Which also, by the way, this box also makes it great for streaming.
Really?
Oh, my God.
So this thing does sound like an Elgato, because this sounds like the hookup exactly for the Elgato.
Well, it's not necessarily... It doesn't do the streaming itself. What it is doing is...
Lets you
it's taking these two. So basically, the way this thing works is it shows 2 identical images on the screen, and because you're looking through them like a binoculars, you would, they form one image to you. If you were to try and stream that, like people who stream Oculus or Vive things, it's much more difficult because there is no. You can only see one image for people viewing. They can see one. They can see what you see, but they're not getting the whole VR experience like that. They're not getting completely everything. This little box fixes that issue. And it takes all of that information and displays it onto a bigger screen for everybody else to see. And would do the same for streaming. So this is really neat in the way this works. But anyway... so yeah, you've got your power button on there. You've got a mute microphone because there is a plug-in right here on the side where you can plug in your earbuds that come with it, by the way. There's earbuds and a microphone that come with it so that you can join party chat and you can talk and do all that stuff. It's got a volume up and a volume down and a mute microphone and then a power button. So that's what's on here. Are you watching the stream right now, Spigot?
I'm not at the moment.
Okay.
Late up here.
Because I was kind of gonna go over how this thing works. By the way, this is the lightest headset. The Vive is the heaviest of all of them. The Rift is, out of those two, the Rift is the lightest of those. But if you put the PSVR in with those 3, PSVR is the lightest.
But sturdy-wise, which ones do you think?
This is
Solid, like.
Well, I mean, that Vive is a bulky thing, man. And it feels sturdy.
I'm about to say, if it's that heavy, it should be solidly built if that's the case.
Yeah. Also, you get better resolution with those two, where you don't on this one. So far, it hasn't been a problem. So anyway, The way this works is there's a button on the bottom here that you can see here that I'll show you right here.
Okay, yeah.
This is the telescoping part of it. So when I hold that button down, I can slide it out and slide it in.
So it gets it closer to your face. Or
Yeah.
form.
So you slide it all the way out. That way, for when you're putting it on. This button back here on the back strap, you press that in, and that allows that to extend.
Oh, geez. Wow, look at that.
Yeah. Which gives you...
Big old melon.
Yeah. Well, look at this. It's a big old melon. So then you put that on, and once that's on, you use this ratchet, this thing here, and that'll tighten it. So that tightens the thing around your head, and then you move this back to the front to adjust for whatever you need to, and there you go. You got VR. Here, I'll go around the room with it for you guys to mess around. Excuse me for the sniffing. So,
Have you had a chance to actually try any of the games or anything like
only
that?
the playroom.
Okay.
Sadly enough, I tried one of the demo discs, which I think was VR Worlds.
Yeah, I think that's with it.
Yeah, I tried one of the demo discs. At first, it didn't load, so I went back. I went back out of it and went back in. It started loading. It started doing the initial demo of kind of showcasing you the different things that were on the disc. However, before I could even play it, I got a disc read error.
Oh, no.
And it's like, oh, the disc is dirty. You may want to try again. It kept ejecting it. So I pulled it out and, wiped it down, put it back in. Still was giving me a problem.
Issue with your system otherwise?
Huh?
Have you had that issue with your system with other games? Or
Nope.
Is that...
Nope. First time I've had that issue. So I have no idea what's going on, which is, again, why I wish it came with a download card.
Yeah.
So...
But if it came with a download card, then you wouldn't be able to, get the disc to us and...
When you're loaning it to your buddies?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because it'd be tied to your account.
Yep. But now I can't play it. So yeah, I couldn't do that. But the Playroom, unfortunately, the Playroom has a lot of things to do with it, but only one thing had gotten downloaded at the time I was trying it out. So I tried some of that out, which was really cool. I enjoyed it, but I can't really give you a good assessment of it because I haven't done much else with that. I love the cinema mode. The fact that I
Don't mind if I do.
Can you use that for just playing any other kind of games on this system?
I didn't try that, but you easily could. Bobby Blackwolf on Twitter.
It's very comfy, by the way.
Huh?
It's very comfy.
Yes, it is. It's again, it's one of the lightest, and you can wear glasses with it.
I can?
Yep.
Okay.
Did you
Well,
did
that's
you
what I
extend
wanted to do,
did you extend the visor out?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Now pull the visor in, and then if you can find that wheel on the back there, turn that, and it'll tighten it up for you. You can't see anything, so there's no way to know how that feels or how that looks for you. But
Look good to me.
yeah,
How do I look?
yeah, whatever. It was
Never been better.
So yeah.
I actually saw one yesterday when I was out at
I
Walmart.
see a little
Actually had
bit
one.
light coming
I almost
through
bought it.
from where my glasses, around my temples, but not as bad.
It won't really affect. And the fact that it's got motion sensors on the on so many places on the headset, so that you can turn around full 360 and it's still tracking your movement because there's motion sensors on the back strap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can't feel them.
No,
You can see them though. So yeah, it's got the one in the front, and then it's got the four on the corners, and then on the side you can see all the little lighter portions there, and that's where the motion sensors are. So you can get the whole 360 experience there with what it does. And so I didn't really get to play much. The first thing that I did, and again, Bobby Blackwolf had mentioned that he did this, and so I did the same thing. The screen. So if you're in a 3D space, you're looking through the VR and you're in a 3D space. Your home screen of the PS4 is right there in front of you, and if you look to the left or look to the right, there's black space. There's edges to that screen, and there's nothing there. But if you look to the left or to the right or where there is no screen and hold the options button on your controller, the screen will position itself. It realigns.
Oh, neat.
So it puts there. So I laid down, looking straight up.
And it would realign.
And I realigned it so that it's right above me, and
Never have to get out of bed anymore.
I could watch PlayStation. I'm now a View subscriber, by the way, because I forgot to cancel my subscription. So now I have View for a whole month. So now I could watch live TV.
Is this kind of like how that one program for Windows did it for VR? How you could have your Windows screen?
Yeah, but that was way more versatile because you could adjust the size. You could do all sorts of stuff with it. You can't on this. You can only position it where you want it to go.
But it's similar.
But it's very similar to that. So yeah, you could hog that thing all day, or let RJ mess around with it.
I noticed that you could tighten it in the back, but it doesn't untighten.
There's
by
a
turning
button.
it.
Press the button.
I know. I'm trying to find the button.
He's trapped in the Matrix.
The button is on the
Same
very
button,
back.
Matt.
Yeah, it's a button on the back strap.
The one button. There's one button back there.
Not on the edges. It's not on the top. It's on the. Yes, it's in the back. Why are you feeling the sides?
I forgot where it was. I thought it was on the bottom part here. I was like feeling all around the bottom and the top.
And they let him
I
fly
it
a
was like
TIE
straight
fighter.
in the back.
They let him do a lot of things that you'd be surprised with.
Wait, what was that?
That's right. He can't hear you. He can't hear you because he has his headphones off.
Nothing?
I said they let you fly a TIE fighter.
And work with explosives.
Yeah, that
they
too.
do.
Not sure which is scarier.
Carry on.
The explosives, that's real.
It's very light, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm kind of curious, like, if you would need glasses.
I don't know.
You know, with it being that close to your
Some
eyes.
people do, you
I guess
know.
it depends on what.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all depends. User. That's a user thing there, but yeah.
But I mean, that'd be interesting, like without my glasses, and to actually see it if I would need them. Because if so, then I just wouldn't wear my glasses.
Yeah.
But no, it was surprisingly comfortable.
Yeah. Do you have any questions? Do you have any other questions? You don't want to try it on? Okay. No. By the way, looking at it, I need to clean, and not from you guys wearing it, but this thing is already dirty. The lenses and stuff need to be cleaned.
Does it get dirty real easily?
Apparently so.
Real easy. Yeah.
I only wore this thing like 2 or 3 times last night. I haven't even put it on my head today.
How long each time?
I was in there for a good while, just moving the screen around. Bunch of different, and then I laid down and I watched an episode of Deadwood. Because I was like, when am I going to first try this thing on? So I went to HBO Go and I was like, I'm going to watch Deadwood.
Now, can you use the controller with that, or do you need to use the Move?
No, you can use the controller with it.
Oh, okay. So
I have the 2 Move controllers because I did get the bundle, but I have not messed with those yet. And I know I need to for the Batman game because
I know there are some games that definitely need.
Right, and the box the box will tell you what it needs. So it says you need these, and almost always it's going to show the PlayStation camera and the VR headset.
Yeah.
Some of them though will have the Move controllers added in there,
Okay.
as they do with the Batman VR. Mainly because, and I think with Batman VR, because you are playing a first-person experience where 2 hands are needed.
That makes sense.
Do you have the Move controllers?
It came with a bundle.
So you got that bundle. Okay.
Yes, I got the bundle that came with the Move controllers.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which I've never owned any Move. I've never owned the Move.
I've never even played with them. How are they? Are they?
I've never messed with them. I plugged them into charge. I haven't done anything else.
I think I saw a stream of someone playing the Until Dawn game. I think it was something of blood.
You
or something
can
like
use
that. Rise of Blood or something like that.
Yeah, you can use the controller with that.
Yeah, but it was much better.
But you can also use the Move controllers
because it's a 2-hand shooter. So one control, one part of each move in each hand. So he was going through that with both of those apparatuses.
But I'm going to put a lot more time into this thing by the time next episode rolls around. So
Look forward to hearing about it.
I
Definitely get res, because if nothing else, like just the new stuff in it is beautiful without VR, and everything I've heard of it is that like VR is like this is the killer app for it. So
yeah, there's a lot of other things that I want to try. We're about to get they're about to get 360-degree support for the media player.
Nice.
So that I can go and like find my own stuff and put it on a USB drive, plug it in so it can play there. And there's a couple of other apps. I say apps, but there's some things in the PlayStation Store that can do some 360-degree video.
I'm sure some themes and stuff like that up.
Yeah, most of that stuff is what's already available for the Gear VR, because a lot of that is used there. But some of it's really cool. I was looking for just free stuff and was downloading there, and there was some great little. There's one called I think it's called Within, and it's just a bunch of different vignettes that are 360. Like I watched the Saturday Night Live 40th anniversary Jeopardy skit.
Oh, neat.
But
That was a good one.
But in 360 degrees.
Okay, I did. Yeah, I saw that on YouTube. That it was
Like you could do it with YouTube, but then they put it in the virtual reality headset, and you
Yeah.
could just look around. You didn't have to scroll with it. You could just look wherever you wanted to look
crazy.
and do that. So, yeah, that was. They've got a lot of little free things like that that are out there. Yeah. Anything else there, Brock?
No, that's probably about it. Just figured I'd call in because I was actually around this time.
Did you get the beta for Call of Duty?
Oh, heck no. Even if I did, I wouldn't care.
Well, that's weird because when I'm in because I didn't pre-order the game, but apparently people who got into the beta got like 4 extra codes to give out.
Oh, really?
And so there was a thread on Gaff for begging for codes, and I didn't have to beg. People were just posting them in there, and I grabbed one. So I'm in the game, and I'm trying to get a match, and I hit the button to do friends, and your name's in there saying that not joinable, but in the lobby. You're in the main menu.
That's weird.
That's very weird.
Unless my son's gotten on my PS4 and has been doing something I didn't know about.
I don't know, man, but when you were on, it said that you were unjoinable because you were at the main menu.
I will have to go have a look because he's been playing around with my he's got his own thing on the PlayStation, so maybe he's done some stuff in there when I'm not around. So.
Oh, interesting. I hope I didn't just get him in trouble.
Oh, I hope he did. So.
Well, thanks for calling, man. It's always great to hear from you.
All right. Have a great day, guys.
You too.
Take care now.
All right, we are way past doing a break, so we're going to go to break real quick. When we come back, we will have more discussions about what we played. I got a great thing that I want to run. It's about a 6-minute piece. It comes from Tom Marks from PC Gamer. It talks about the music of Civilization 6, which comes out on Friday, I believe.
Yes.
This Friday, Civ 6. And it's a fantastic piece about the music again. We love the music here. So we'll be talking about that. And more coming up next here on In-Game Chat. Music from Dead Space from composer Jason Graves. This is called The Leviathan. We'll be right back. And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music here from Dead Space 2. It's called Welcome to the Sprawl. Again, composed by Jason Graves. I want to thank everybody who is joining us in the chat room for this episode. And as soon as this loads up, wow, we got a good bit there. We got Lavos and Medusa's Mirror hanging out. AC Wraith, Drunk Degenerates, G Neptune, and JD Monmouth, Joe Knight, Lethal Migraine, Moltile, Raspy Salamander, Spigot Stand, Tactus 59, Uncle Elias, and Zero XVX. I'm Scott, along with RJ, Matt, and Nate, hanging out with you for this weekend. Way behind on things, so we're gonna, well, I guess we're gonna go to the phones and really quickly talk to Chris.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey man, how's it going?
Not too bad. So this is Nate's last show until something changes, huh?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, it is. Very sad. Very sad.
Sad emoji.
Yeah, very sad. Glad he could make it though for this one.
Yeah, the schedule starts next week. So.
Okay, yeah. So what's been going on with you, Chris?
Oh, not much.
All right.
Same as usual.
Great talking to you. Have a great one. You play any games? What's going on?
I've been still playing Far Cry Primal
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and this and that, just about the same stuff.
Yeah,
I need
I mean,
to play
I've got
some more.
I've gotten really nothing to add to, and that brings us around to our what we've been playing. Nothing to add here, really. Destiny is what I played. Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. There is more to add. God, where's my head?
Never mind.
In fact, we'll talk about that after Chris. I mean, what Far Cry Primal? How far into it are you?
Roughly about 50%.
Oh wow, halfway. Mm-hmm. And how much time have you put into it?
I don't know, about 20 or 30 hours. I've been messing around doing all the other stuff and finding the things and stuff. Having fun exploring.
Mm-hmm.
The map for it's actually pretty big.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you calling in as always, man.
All right. Well, y'all have a good one.
Take care.
Yeah.
Just to get off on the what we played type situation, I didn't actually think I'd played much, but that's because I've been mainly sick. My copy of Mafia 3 showed up from GameFly, so I played a little bit of that on Thursday night, since I didn't have to fool with hooking up that thing. I played a little bit of that Thursday night.
How was it?
It's so far I actually like it, but I'm not very far into it. What I've read on reviews of this thing is that the first 2 hours of this thing is fantastic, and then it craps the bed after that. It becomes
falls
this
off a cliff.
Huh?
Like it falls off a cliff. What are we talking
Well,
about?
it loses its. I think maybe what they mean is once it opens up the open world aspect of it,
Loses its momentum?
yes, the whole momentum of everything just drops. I love. By the way, Mafia 3. I love the opening of this game.
Mm-hmm.
It starts off with All Along the Watchtower is the title screen music, and then it just keeps going with great music from that era. 1969, 1970, I believe, is the time frame of this thing.
There should be a soundtrack if that's the case. Kind of like
there was a special edition that you got vinyl soundtracks. You got some vinyl with the I don't know if it was the score or if it was the music from the the songs.
Whether it's licensed.
I'm thinking something. I'm thinking something along the lines of what GTA Vice City.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That one.
I know what you're talking about.
When they had the different radio
Yeah,
channels.
like 7 different.
Those were
CDs
good.
in
I
there. still got that one.
Yeah, it
it's
was.
really
The opening of this thing is just fantastic. The way that they try to tell the story, which is done in kind of flashbacks, like it's a documentary.
Right.
And these guys are talking about the big whatever it was from that time period. It's just great how it all weaves and does all its stuff. And I'm early in, so I haven't gotten to the part where right now my objectives are not. There's nothing else for me to do except the main story.
Right.
So I haven't opened up the world part of it. In fact, the story mission that I am now is to actually go see the main guy in the Mafia, is to go talk to him, and I haven't done that yet.
The one video I did see of some of the game mechanics that I really liked, that I wish I could see in other open world games, is when you're driving and you set the waypoint, it'll have on the side of the road like arrows.
Road
that
signs.
are on road signs.
Yeah, road signs at every intersection of if you should go straight or if you should turn
left. Yeah, I like that.
It's not too bad in practice. I haven't really used it too much. My problem is the cars are just these beasts to drive. The handling on them are
big, heavy 1960 muscle cars. Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Steve McQueen, Bullet.
Yeah.
All
Good Lord.
that stuff, man.
The
handle like a
that
tank.
sounds about right.
And you got to obey traffic laws, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's.
You don't?
I kind of like that.
You don't?
You.
No, you do.
Well, when I would pull up to a traffic light, I wouldn't sit there and wait for it to turn green. If the street was clear, I was going straight through it or turning or doing whatever I needed to do. No, I wouldn't obey traffic laws in GTA and any of the games that I played. I'd start off obeying them because I was like, I'm going to get a feel. I'm going to make this a exactly.
Yeah. But then you just turn on the sirens and you just like, nope.
I would start off that way because I wanted to, and then I realized this game is boring if I do that. I am going to take forever to get to my objective.
I blame burnout because as much as you put into burnout, I think that I blame that.
Yeah, exactly. The only reason that you obey the traffic laws whenever police are present. And when police are present, these two little blue lines show up on the side, kind of like you're taking fire You know how that shows up?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not necessarily that way. If police are over to the left, then it shows up there. So it's like,
They let you know that they're seeing you.
yeah, it's like, let me be careful how I approach this intersection or what I'm doing right here because the police are watching me.
But if there are no police, you could just blow through.
When
them.
there's no police, you can do whatever.
I
Unless
actually- I like that.
unless of course you start hitting civilians, and then witnesses will call the police.
I kind of,
And, yeah.
I also, I kind of like that.
So
That sounds really cool.
again, I haven't opened up the game to where everybody says it gets bad.
Yeah.
But so far, I'm really loving the story that they're telling. I'm
All
really enjoying getting to know this character. I like the time period. I like the music. I like the setting. So I would, I
Definitely worth a rental.
I intend to play it more. Actually, I intend to pick this up when it goes on sale, probably for Black Friday.
Okay.
I imagine
Would you
it's
go
gonna,
console or PC?
probably console. Depends on what the PC has done at the time of that.
Okay.
If they've worked out all the bugs, which so far they haven't, from what I understand, they fixed the resolution issue. They fixed the 60 frames per second issue,
Yeah.
but there's still a lot of bugs in the game. So I haven't.
Which console?
PS4 is what I'm
PS4.
playing it on.
Well, here's the hoping for that special edition version with the soundtrack. If
It's
they
out
do
there.
have any, if they do have any left for Black Friday, if they drop the price. a little
Yeah, I
bit.
don't know. Maybe that's a possibility. So I may do that.
They could give you like vinyl and a steel book. Oh, Scott would be.
I don't know if
all
it.
over.
Well, see, okay, that brings me to the next game that I'm
Yeah.
playing, Gears of War 4,
Oh, okay.
because it came with a steelbook.
Yeah.
But I used my Gamers Club unlock thing to knock down the price of it,
Okay. Good.
and I still feel bad for paying for it.
How much?
$80. That's after the price cut.
I think
Um,
Nate says it all right.
Well,
there.
that gets me the season pass. That gets me the game, which
I
is
didn't know you were
regular.
into Gears of War.
Huh?
I didn't know you were into Gears of War.
Not really.
I played the first three. I never played Judgment.
Okay.
Actually, I played Gears of War 1 and Gears of War 2. I had Gears of War 3 and never finished it. And then I never touched Gears of War Judgment. Horde mode in that was fantastic. I loved Horde mode from Gears of War 2, I think
That
it
was
was. Loved it. And they've got it in this one as well. I played the first act this morning. Went through that. I can't really give you any kind of like praise of this thing is doing amazing stuff. It is Gears of War. It is the same Gears of War that I can remember playing.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I guess.
The final act of, or the final chapter of Act 1 is tower defense. And I think it was just an introduction to how Horde mode works. It's because it literally says the first wave is coming in a minute and a half, and you have to set up.
Build up.
Yeah, you have to build up these things and you know, place your turrets, place your spikes, do all these defenses. Put your defenses up and then hold off the wave. And then when that's done, it's like, okay, the next wave is coming in this. It was literally an introduction to their Horde mode,
What was the
which I don't necessarily mind, but
What was the Assassin's Creed that had the tower mode in it?
that was AC, not Brotherhood, but
Revelation?
Revelations, yeah.
I hated that.
Yeah.
That was my least favorite part of the.
So, I mean, it's not, like I said, hopefully I don't have to do that anymore. Hopefully that's out of the way. But I'm starting on Act 2. I don't know how many acts are in Gears of War 4, but I'm starting Act 2. It'll be fun just to kind of sit down and play. What I really look forward to doing is the multiplayer, is the Horde mode that I love so much. So, but yeah, I got a steelbook out of it.
All right. Is it a nice looking one?
And I got it is actually a very nice looking steelbook. And I got the season pass out of it. So that's ever how many more maps and all this
I
other
can't wait
stuff.
for the Last Guardian steelbook.
I know. Looking forward to that. That one and Horizon Zero Dawn.
And I probably will cancel it, more likely than not.
Why?
But I have
Oh.
Dishonored.
Yeah, I got Dishonored.
I've never
as
even
well.
played Dishonored.
Yeah.
But that mask's
So
cool.
the mask, and you get a steelbook with it. And look, also I would have been torn on this. However, the PC copy is included with that special edition. Normally, they don't do this. Normally, special editions are reserved for consoles.
I think I got it for console.
I got it for PC.
I think I got it for-
But I would have been torn about that because I don't want to play this on the PC or on my console. I want to play it on the PC. And the special edition for that with the mask and steelbook and everything else, they have a PC version.
How much?
120.
Was it $100?
120.
You got the internet, so good
Is
for
it
you.
a 1-to-1 size mask?
No,
Oh,
Matt.
just curious. No reason.
No, it's not. So
It should be.
I'm trying to see what I'm following along in the chat room here. So anyway, I played Mafia 3. I played Gears of War 4. I played more Pac-Man. I played more It's $100. Yeah, 100.
100.
Of course, again, if you're an Amazon Prime member, that knocks it down 20%. I think.
80.
Yeah, it knocks it down to 80.
That's not bad.
So.
Which you cannot get the PC version.
Huh?
Right, you can't get the PC version right now.
No, but I pre-ordered the PC version when it was available.
But the console and PlayStation are readily
Hopefully it
available.
stays that way. Hopefully it's not one of those things like it was with the Batman situation where it's like, oh, we're not going to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So, and that's about that's all I played.
The mask is 13 by 6 by 5. So 13.
Yeah.
By 6.
That's 13 to you?
By 5.
Okay.
13. 6.
That's 6?
It is.
All right. I like your measurements, buddy.
6. I round up.
Way up.
Oh, there's our first complaint.
But we're off.
Let's go to the phones real quick. Hey, you're on in-game chat. Who's this?
This is Jay.
Hey, Jay. What's going on?
Not a whole lot. Hey, I had a question.
Which
I
question?
did not know this. I was searching. I finally got internet back after about a year of not having it. I was going through my Xbox.
Jesus,
One
that's
game.
rough.
I
Wow.
know. Had to live off the land for. I'm just kidding. I just moved out of where there was no really good internet options. I had
Yikes.
Netflix, but it wasn't anything I could game on. Anywho,
Welcome back.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. It's like coming back to civilization after being on an island.
You're like
you
Tom
guys
Hanks
did it
in
right for the last
Castaway.
year, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Had to come back on an election year. What an idiot!
Oh, jeez, yeah.
I noticed that they have. I see that there is an Xbox One version of both Ultimate Alliance 1 and Ultimate Alliance 2. A question is it just the same game stamped Xbox One, or did they do any kind of remastering or anything?
No, it is.
About the game?
No, it's backwards compatible.
So it's not an actual Xbox One title because it doesn't show as a 360 title.
You're talking about Marvel Ultimate Alliance, right?
Yeah, they have it because it shows it as an Xbox One title. You can either get the first one, it's like they're
Where-
like $40 a piece,
Yeah.
or they're $59 for the set.
Where are you seeing this at?
And the actual Xbox store,
In the
like when you
right
when
on
you
the
go in,
in the online
like,
store. Yeah.
Yeah, like you go like when you're on your dashboard and you go into the buy games or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's backwards compatible. If you have the original discs, you can just play them right now.
That's what I was trying to figure out because like that normally it would show as a 360 title, but it's not. It shows it as an Xbox One title. That's why I was curious to know if there was any kind of remastering or if there's new are all the achievements back to zero. Like, do you get them all as Xbox One? I'm an achievement person.
Well, if you've got it, no, you don't. Your achievements from that game won't. Actually, that's a good. No, they won't carry.
I feel the need to
Jesus.
investigate this further.
You should. Well, see, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption, and I haven't gotten any achievements popping up from my older games.
Well, see that I know is a 360 title because I owned it previously. Back when some sales had happened, I bought a bunch of stuff over the last several years, and I'm noticing every month a few more titles will pop up in my 360 lineup for things that I can download.
Yeah.
And I can see them in the store as a 360 title, but these don't show as a 360 title. They show as an Xbox One title. That's why I was I'm on the fence. Do I buy them? Do I not? I mean,
I don't remember hearing anything about a Ultimate Alliance remastered. And usually they will say remastered on it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
They will brand it as that to to get more money.
I mean, the big news that I got was that they recently released them on PC. And you can buy them on PC, and there were some problems with those, and they were trying to fix those for the PC version. But that the Xbox One part of that is backwards compatible. If you still own the original discs, you can put those in your Xbox One system, and you'd be able to play them. It would
go searching for my 360 games.
It would require a patch, correct?
Yeah, you'd have to. Well, basically, what'll happen is it'll download the game.
Okay.
It
just uses the disc as
it uses the disc as a verification system. So I mean, you could even go and find used copies and pick those up, and that would count. But you should look into that because maybe there are some advanced versions on the Xbox One that you can, maybe if you have the disc, you can put those in and play the games, but maybe they've got a remastered where, oh, you own the original copies. For $10, you can get the remastered versions. So maybe look into that. I'm not exactly sure. Those are great games, by the way.
Oh, I know. I've still got the gold edition back when it was like $80-90 on eBay. I caught it on GameStop's little website. It was like $35, and I've had it ever since.
Arioka in the chat room says Marvel Ultimate Alliance were both re-released for Xbox One and PS4. They were remastered, but apparently run worse than they did on the Xbox 360.
Jeez.
Well, that gives me hope.
Yeah. Yeah. No, some of these remasters aren't doing so great. So look into that. Maybe you can play them. I'm not exactly sure.
Well, if I have an answer to that by your next show, I will call in.
Let us know. We'd love to hear from you.
All right, guys. Have a great one.
Appreciate you calling in. You too. Let's take another break and come back and find out what you guys have played. I still want to get to this music thing for Civ 6. It's fascinating. So we will take a break. We'll be right back. Here's music from Dead Space 2. It's called I Only Have Eyes for You. We'll be right back.
Sounds like a DJ.
Huh? And welcome back to In-Game Chat. Music now from Dead Space 3. Again, composed by Jason Graves. This is 200 years ago on an icy planet. I'm sorry?
That's when he made this?
200
200 years ago on an icy planet, yes.
My least favorite of the Dead Spaces.
Anyway, welcome back to the show. Nate, what have you been playing?
Let's see. Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Almost level 20.
Nice.
Well, I'm 18, but I have enough things saved up for almost.
I have not been playing Pokemon Go ever in a long time.
Yeah.
Probably since I went to PAX. Since I came back from PAX, I probably haven't played it.
Heading to my house, there's a park, and there's a gym there at the park. And so at the time when I was getting off of work, which I can actually still do it now, there would be football practice there at the park. And so when I get off of work, it was this guy and then someone else would always take the gym over, and it would be the blue team. Then after I get off work, I'd go there, park, take over the gym, and then get my coins or whatever, and then I'd leave. And then the next day they would take it back over, and so we were just
lather, rinse, repeat.
Yeah. Getting our coins, so it kind of worked out nice.
Yeah.
But I rented, just for the heck of it, I redboxed FIFA 17 just because I haven't played FIFA in forever. So I was like, let me try it. So it's different things they've added and stuff, but overall it's still the same.
Yeah.
So I played that for a couple nights.
I still see rage videos on that, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You think Madden is serious in the States? Increase that by like what, 3, 5, 6 times in the world for FIFA.
Way more people play FIFA.
Yeah.
Then I played me and my friend have been playing Rocket League again, just because there's so many different modes. Oh my goodness!
And they got some new arenas, I guess.
Yeah, underwater arena, I think.
Yeah,
it looks like a Rapture or something. Like that.
Yeah, but the basketball mode's my favorite. It's so fun to play. Then there was definitely going to start playing Resident Evil again because it was free.
You need to get the demo for that.
7?
Yes.
Okay.
There's the kitchen demo.
Yes.
For the PSVR.
I'm talking OG.
I don't know about the kitchen demo. I got the updated demo.
I know there's a demo for the VR.
Homecoming, but
I know what you're talking about. You got the PS. You got the
PS
remake.
Plus.
Correct.
Yeah,
PS Plus. Yeah.
It was on PS4. I think I had that on 360 already.
I downloaded that and I loaded it up and started playing that a little bit.
Yeah.
So I plan on playing that here soon.
You played the original, correct?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I beat the first 4.
Okay, just making sure. I mean, I know you're young. That's
I
probably way before your time.
What year did Resident Evil come out?
Was it 96?
Because I'm pretty sure I played it when it came out. Like I was 4 or 5 when it came out.
Wow.
And my dad got it, and I wasn't supposed to be watching him play, but we
played totally watched him play it.
we played.
95, 96. Can you look that up? RJ?
I'm looking it up.
Awesome.
But yeah, so I'm pretty sure I played that when that came out, actually.
96.
Yeah. All right.
I would have been 4.
Yeah, see, I'm the one who played it wrong. Completely wrong order. Yeah.
I never played Code Veronica.
Oh, that was a good one.
Is that what it is?
That was a really good one.
See, Code Veronica was the first Resident Evil I played, and then I went backwards.
Because it was on the Dreamcast?
Dreamcast, yeah. And I went backwards from there, looking back and trying to find all the other ones, and I had to find the first one at a Capcom distributor. They had 2 left, and I just picked them up on the Sega Saturn.
Yeah, I remember that.
Then also played 7 Days to Die. A friend got it for me.
Okay.
And me and him have been playing that, which is pretty interesting. You know, it's like a DayZ.
Oh no, yeah, we've talked about it.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked about it. In fact, Chris played a lot of it too.
Okay.
Yeah, he would talk to us about it.
Yeah. So I've been playing that, and then I dabbled a little bit into Space Engineers, just messing with custom-made planets that people had and stuff. But those are the main things I'm going to play.
Matt, you?
Grim Fandango.
I saw you playing a little bit of that this morning.
Yeah.
I think it was this morning, maybe last night.
I think it was last night.
Yeah.
Got up to year 2. I just picked it up on the PS4, which also comes for the Vita, so you get both when you get it, which is really nice. And you could even save to the cloud, so I could play it on my PS4, save it, and then pick it up, play it on the Vita and just, keep playing. So that's kind of nice. Destiny, doing more of that. I need to get back and
please do join us. We can run some trials. We can run some strikes. We can do anything because I'm stuck at 371 right now.
Okay, I'm like 354 around there.
Although I'm holding off until the new hard mode hits because that's when all the lights. Like I've got some faction stuff to turn in, but now that they're going to change how the light drops, I'm going to wait until the hard mode releases on Tuesday before I turn in those faction. Before I go and collect those rewards from those faction reps.
I have a legendary helmet I need to
decrypt,
but I'm going to wait till I'm a little higher.
Maybe hang on to it. Yeah,
that's what I'm going to do.
I'm hanging on to. I've got so many exotics in my vault.
Yeah.
Waiting to because now that the light level drops to 400.
Yeah.
I'm holding off until I decrypt those.
I really want to get up with a team and get the Outbreak Prime. Just to have it.
Got to run the raid first.
I know.
Got to run the raid first.
But I also want to run the raid.
I know. I need to run the raid again just to get that mission because we didn't do any of that stuff.
Okay.
We didn't do the monitor things because that takes some time.
Finally got the Archon's Forge bounty finished because I was like missing 2 more Vandal.
Yeah.
And I was able to finish that out, which is really nice.
Cool.
Really, I'm enjoying it. I remember how much
and I'm glad you're in
this
it.
Is.
Glad you're in it and doing it.
Got my Warlock up to 5 on the Iron Banner and everything.
Good.
Other than that, just really, when I'm on lunch break and everything at work, I'll do Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time on my DS. Just to tool around in that.
What about you, RJ?
Most part, I've been playing still playing the beta of 3-on-3 freestyle basketball on the PS4.
Okay.
They recently updated the game itself. They increased all the stats and abilities of all the players that are available, so you can get their full repertoire of moves available, so you can see how you can use those things, right? But the big thing is they offered a feedback option tell them what you like, what you dislike, and everything like that. And for me, the same thing for me that applies. It's that shooting meter. You see, I've played a lot of basketball games, and I've never seen this before. A shooting meter.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's like, the tried and true method to me was always you press the shoot button and your shooter takes off, and when you release the button at the height of their jump, that's how you get the most accurate shot. It doesn't work that way in 3-on-3. You have a meter that pops up, and you have to let go of the button when the meter hits the green area.
So you have to charge it?
It's just a shot. You hold the button, they'll still take off, and then you release the button when the meter, not when the shooter gets at the height of their jump, when the meter hits the sweet spot. Problem is
you're looking at the player.
I've been looking at the player all these years. Now I have to look away from the player to look at the meter.
That seems counterintuitive.
Yeah. So and then also looking at some Reddit posts, I believe they said release it in the green area of the meter. Unfortunately, I'm looking at the screen. I'm squinting to look for the green in the meter. All I see is red and yellow. I'm not seeing any green. And that part really gets irritating because there was one game I'm using a shooting guard who excels at three-pointers. So one play, I'm ridiculously wide open. I mean, all the opponents are on the other side of the court, and I'm alone on the other side. And it's a clean pass to me. I get the ball, and I shoot, and it should. I'm thinking everything in my mind is going, this should go in. Wide open,
but
shooting guard, three-pointer, nobody around me, clean pass. It should go in. I see no green in this meter. I just let go in the yellow and pray, and bricks. And that really got me really frustrated with the shooting aspect of this game. I mean, so I let him know in the
you gave him some feedback, didn't you?
I gave him some feedback on that one. Yeah, it's a lot of feedback though. It's like 30 different questions they asked for.
Oh wow!
In the feedback and the live.
Hopefully they're paying attention.
I mean, no, hopefully enough people say the same thing I'm saying about the shooting meter. Just put it back to where it always should have been. Just let go at the height of your jump for the most accuracy.
Well, one of the games I forgot to mention was that I did play the beta for Call of Duty. I played 2 matches of that this morning. I tried to play some of it yesterday. They had connection issues. Beta weekend number 1 is on PS4 this weekend. Beta weekend number 2 is on PS4 and Xbox One next weekend. If you're interested in all of that, but it's Call of Duty. Can't really give you anything new to talk about on that, but I haven't ranked up on it. This week we've got Batman Return to Arkham releases on Tuesday, and then Friday sees Battlefield 1 and Civilization 6 for release. Speaking of...
More interested in Civ 6.
Speaking of Civ 6, we got this piece that I'm going to play now. It's about an 8-minute piece, but it goes over the music of Civilization 6, which they've never done it this way in previous Civilization games. This is from Tom Marks from PC Gamer. Really works out well, even audibly, because it's about the music. So I'm going to play this piece here, and we'll come back to say our goodbyes right afterwards.
All right.
So here you go. Again, this is from PC Gamer, from Tom Marks. Does a fantastic job of this.
This is the opening theme music to Civ 6. It's the song that starts up right when you load into the menu. It's what Baba Yetu was to Civ 4. My name's Tom from PC Gamer, and I've played about 20 or so hours of Civ 6 in a preview build for the last week, and the thing that really impressed me most about the game, more than anything else, was the music. It's just incredible. So I did what any PC gamer would do, and I dug around in the source files to try to find the song, and discovered it's not only the theme song, it's actually also the American theme music from the Industrial Era, except it sounds a little bit different when you start a game as America in the Ancient Era. This is the Ancient Era American theme. It starts really simple, just a banjo, just that core melody, which you didn't hear in the intro section that I played before, but we'll get to what it sounds like later. The reason Civ 6's music is so impressive to me is because every Civ has a theme, and that theme evolves over the eras. The Ancient Era starts very simple, just one instrument, and it's usually just the core melody of whatever that Civ sort of identity is, the American banjo. But here's France, for example. And now the ancient melody for Norway. Let's go back and listen to the banjo of America's melody one more time. The amazing thing about Civ 6's music is that although it starts simple, every other era it evolves, and that melody changes from this to this. This is the American theme you'll hear in the medieval era, or if you've met the American Civ while they're in the medieval era. It's got a lot more layers to it, it's got a lot more instruments, but it's still that core melody that is the American theme, just expanded upon. And that progression continues throughout the entire game, with the industrial era and the modern era also having their own music. And this is across every single Civ. Their core theme evolves as you grow your civilization. Here's the American industrial era theme. I love that the music mirrors your Civ's own evolution through the ages. It becomes more nuanced and more mature as you discover new technologies and unlock new civics. But that theme, that core melody, is still there. Here's what the same American industrial melody sounds like a little bit later in the track. At this point, it's a real song in a way that the earlier eras just weren't. They were more background music. But now you have a full civilization with a lot of layers and complexity behind it, and the music represents that. So when you get to the modern era, it kicks it up another notch. It gets kind of futuristic. Here's the American modern theme. Got the piano and even more layers, and Firaxis has actually made the music itself feel more futuristic, like you have come out of the Dark Ages of just a single banjo. But that one banjo melody is still there the whole time. It feels metropolitan, it feels modern. And meanwhile, while America's theme is evolving, all the other Civs are going along with it too. I chose to focus in on the America theme, but let's go back and look at that French theme again. Here it is in the ancient era. And this is what it's become in modern. The French theme is still there, but it's evolved into the modern day in a big way. I'll close out with this last track, which is the English medieval theme, just because it's one of my favorites. I'm really enjoying Civilization 6 as a game. I think it's great. I think it's better than Civ 5 in a lot of ways. It does have its shortcomings, but the level of care that's gone into this music and giving each Civ its own identity through song and then having that identity change over time is really amazing. And it's going to give each Civ more of a personality and make them feel more unique. Stay tuned to PCGamer.com for more of our coverage of Civ 6 as we get ready for its launch next month. And be sure to keep your ears open.
That was just something that was very fascinating to me, and I liked the way that they did that, so I wanted to highlight that on the show. The game comes out on Friday, by the way,
Yeah,
and the rest of our lives will cease to exist.
Yeah, I really like how the music progresses through the ages. The same theme.
But unfortunately, that is going to wrap things up for us. That's going to be the last thing here. Nate, it's been fun. Please call in, though. I know, please call in. And Matt, happy birthday.
Thank you.
So, thanks everybody for joining us in the chat room, as well as everybody listening on the stream and on the radio. Thanks to everybody who grabs Sweet Week from iTunes, or however you get our show for later use. We appreciate it. Go to ingamechat.net and join us on Twitter, Facebook, our forums at colonyofgamers.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're on Twitch, so subscribe to us there. If you're on Steam, join our Steam group. If you're on if you're on PS4, join our community there, and you can play games with us and other listeners. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week. We will see you next Saturday. Leave you really quickly with music from Dead Space 3. This is called Moon Crash. Goodbye. This is called Clocks. Wow. This is not called Moon Crash whatsoever. I don't know why that is. Here's Moon Crash. If I can get it in time. I doubt it.